Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to make a quick video showing off my dad's Zippo. This is my father's Zippo, which I gave to him in 1998 when I bought this brand new. You see there's the markings on the bottom. Roman numeral 14. Obviously you see it's a Harley Davidson style Zippo. It's got the buckle emblem on the front. This is, attached to it. Very cool. You could probably find these on eBay. If you really like the design, you can search eBay for them. There's some sites out there where you can do some trades and stuff, but eBay is probably your best bet in finding specific discontinued Zippos. But yeah, 1998, 16 years ago, I gave this to my father, and he's had it and used it ever since. Quick background is I got into Zippos in about 9 or 10 years old. Got into knives when I was 9, so knives and Zippos kind of go hand in hand as far as the time period of when I got into them. And from age 10 to like 15, I really tried to get my dad to carry a Zippo. I was really into him. I had a collection going, and my dad was a smoker, smoked Marlboro Reds. He was a teenager when he started smoking, and like many other people, no one really cared back then, and you get stuck with that habit. But anyway, he'll always be a smoker, just kind of the way it is. But he always has a use for a lighter. And smokers tend to, not all, not stereotyping, but they tend to lose lighters because they're constantly using them. And so, I tried to give Zippos to my dad early on, and he was so afraid of losing them or scratching them up and stuff. He always gave it back and said, thanks, but I'm afraid I'm going to lose it or break it or something, And I said, oh, who cares? Use it anyway. But he liked his Bic lighters, just simple, easy thing to do. And obviously, you lose them, you replace them, super cheap. So eventually, in '98, I bought him one. He loved Harleys. Had an 883, really awesome bike. I saw this. I'm like, I got to get this to my dad. I got it. He fell in love with it, and it stuck. He finally started using a Zippo, and I was super proud because obviously I'm a Zippo person, so it was cool to see him to use it. And he's used it ever since. It has a lot of sentimental value. You see there's some war wounds on there. There's a good old dent right there. Some scratches, some wear, but it works. It's a Zippo. It's lasted the test of time, as many do. But it has the one problem that all Zippos inevitably get. If you're using them, the hinge gets loose, just the way it is. And this one's getting to the point where it's pretty loose. Still functions fine, but it's going to break. Eventually, when they get like this, they get wobbly, they get loose, and then they're weak. There's just a very simple, thin pin through that hinge. All right, and eventually it's going to snap off. And I don't want them losing the lid or something, or once it does snap off, you're not able to use it. So recently I got him a camo Zippo to use in the meantime, and I said, hey, look, let me take this from you, let me send it off to Zippo and have it fixed. So I want to make this video. I do have a 2-part video showing the process of sending a Zippo in for repair. It's completely free. All you gotta do is ship it there. They pay for shipping back. If you don't want to pay for shipping, drive down and hand it to them. That's the only other option. But your Zippos are guaranteed to be fixed or replaced forever. No questions asked, lifetime guarantee. That's why we love Zippos. That's why you buy a Zippo brand lighter. There's thousands of fakes out there, but you're not going to get a guarantee with them. The first thing I think of is Chris Farley in Tommy Boy. Well, I can take a dump in a box and mark it guaranteed. Or I can stick my hand up a bull's with the butcher's ass. I forget what it was. You know what I'm talking about. Everyone knows that scene. But anyway, Callahan brake pads. God, I love Chris Farley. That's a shame he's gone. That has nothing to do with this video. Point being is, I want to make this point in this video. This is very sentimental. All right, very, very sentimental lighter. So what I'm going to do is when I send this to Zippo, I'm putting it in this little box for shipping and everything. By the way, this is fueled up, as you saw, so I have to let that fuel evaporate. It's illegal to send, fueled lighters, Zippos anyway, through Postal Service, blah, blah, blah. No one's checking, no one cares, but I'm gonna do it anyway because that's the right thing to do. Plus, they don't want to get them filled, they want them empty anyway. But because this is sentimental, I'm gonna write a note. Human beings get these lighters, not machines. All right, it's a bunch of old ladies. Have you ever been to the Zippo factory, the visitor center anyway? You can watch them actually, fix the lighters. It's part of the museum. When you're walking around, there's a big glass, wall, and you're looking in, you're watching the repair, which is kind of awkward. It'd be weird, like you're on display at a museum for your job every single day. But you go there, and it's a bunch of grandmas fixing these Zippos. It's amazing, and they're really, really good at it. All right. Bradford, Pennsylvania, it's worth the trip. If you're anywhere near it ever, go check it out. Check out the case factories there as well. But you can't really look at the case stuff. It's just the Zippo museum / tour thing. Very, very cool. Anyway, But you go there and you could see, and I'm hoping to do that trip in the future. I'll just do videos on it because I know I'm going to go back at some point. But they're human beings. You write a note. You say, hey, look, you know, this is very sentimental to me. No matter what happens, whether you can fix it or you have to replace it, please just send back my old lighter. If you write that in there and tell them how important it is and that you request to get the old lighter back no matter what, even if it has to stay broken, that's fine. You get it back. They'll give you another one with it. You can do that. Make it very clear to them and they'll get it back. If you don't write anything and no note and this lighter means a lot to you and you send it out and they say, oh, it's broken, but they'll just replace it with something similar. They're not going to give you the same lighter. You know, there's so many different, thousands of designs of Zippos. You know, whatever's currently in production is what they have to give you. So if this is broken beyond repair and they're going to replace it by just giving you a new one, it's going to be something that's similarly designed. But it's not guaranteed to be the same lighter because they can't stock, you know, lighters from, you know, the past. Obviously, they're discontinued. So you got like this particular one, it's long discontinued. They're not going to be able to replace it. All they can do is fix it. Because it's a loose hinge, I'm assuming they're just going to re-spot weld this or put a new hinge in there. All right. If they don't do that, they might just basically send the old one back as is and give me a new Harley, whatever's current production that's similar to this, you know, and say, here's your replacement. But probably not. They're probably just going to fix the hinge. All right. It's a very simple fix for them. They tack weld it or put a new one in. Done. All right, if you have other problems, then they might have to replace it. But the point I want to make is that this is sentimental. This has been my father's lighter for the last 16 years. It means something to him. I gave it to him. I'm proud that he has it, and he wants to use it. He wants to keep using it. He just doesn't want the hinge to be loose. So I'm gonna write a note, and I want to keep you guys posted as to what happens with this. I'll tell you the turnaround time. I'm going to send it soon. I'll make a point to mark it on my calendar when I sent it. I'll let you know how long it took for them to get it, fix it, and send it back. And I'll show you the lighter, and we'll talk about it a little bit. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you soon. Take care.